Very good afternoon, students. In the previous session, we have seen the basic introduction of electrochemistry, that is electromotive force, redox reactions, and electrode potential, standard electrode potential. Today, I'm going to explain you the types of cells, types of electrochemical cells. But before that, just let us see what is the difference between the electrodes and the cells. Electrode is nothing but a single electrode, either anode or the cathode. But whereas cell is nothing but it is a combination of two electrodes, anode and cathode. Yes, so every cell is comprised of the two electrodes. One is acting as an anode and another one is acting as a cathode. So today we are going to see the types of cells. How many types of electrochemical cells we have in the electrochemistry or in the chemistry. So totally we have two types of electrochemical cells in the basis of conversion of the energies. So already I explained you in the starting class of electrochemistry. Electrochemistry deals with the interconversion of two energies. One is electrical energy to chemical energy and chemical energy to electrical energy. Yes. So electrochemistry deals about the conversion of two types of energies. In some types of cells, electrical energy converts to chemical energy, and in some other types of cells, chemical energy converts to electrical energy. So based on this interconversion, electrochemical cells are classifying into two types. So that classification and the construction today I'm going to explain to you. An electrochemical system is comprised of a vessel containing an electrolyte into which two electrodes are dipped. So how the electrochemical cell is, whether it is electrolytic cell or whether it is electrochemical cell, that is a galvanic cell. Whatever the type of cell, every cell is comprised of a vessel. Vessel is nothing but the container. This container is filling with the electrolytic solution. And in this electrolytic solution, dipping the two electrodes. I said now, what are the two electrodes? One is electrode is acting as anode and another electrode is acting as a cathode here. The electrodes are connected by first glass conductor either with a source of electrical current. So here, the two electrodes are the best conductors of electricity. The two are not non-conductors or semiconductors. The two must be the best conductor of electricity. And here the two electrodes are connecting with the help of battery. During electrolysis, what is electrolysis? Electrolysis is nothing but whatever the electrolyte we are taking, that electrolyte starts decomposing when the two electrodes are connecting with the help of electrical current. That is called the electrolysis process. Electrolysis is nothing but the decomposition of electrolyte by the passage of electricity is called the electrolysis process. So during electrolysis, chemical reactions of ion occur at the electrodes due to the passage of electric current. Yes, so when the electricity is passing, the electrodes starts working and electrolyte starts decomposing. In an electrolytic cell, a flow of current produces a chemical reaction. So I said now we have the two types of cells. One is electrolytic cell and another one is a galvanic cell. What is happening in electrolytic cell? In electrolytic cell, a flow of current produces a chemical reaction. That means by passing electrical current only the chemical reactions are taking place. That is electrolytic cell. That means here electrical energy converts to the chemical energy. Electrical energy converts to chemical energy. That is mean by the flow of current produces chemical reaction. That means by passing electricity only, the chemical reactions are taking place in electrolytic cell. Whereas in a galvanic cell, electric current is generated in consequence of chemical reactions proceeding at the electrodes. That means due to the chemical reactions, electricity is producing in the galvanic cell. That is the difference between electrolytic cell and galvanic cell. So what is happening in electrolytic cell? In electrolytic cell, by passing electricity, chemical reactions are taking place, whereas in the galvanic cell, due to the chemical reactions, electricity is producing. Electrolytic and the galvanic cell. So now let us see the construction of electrolytic and the galvanic cell. But first, let us see the basic concept of electrochemistry. Just let us recall what is oxidation and reduction again. Yesterday, we have seen the oxidation and the reduction. The simple I explained oil and rig, just for remembrance of oxidation and reduction. Oil is nothing but oxidation is loss of electron. Rig means reduction is gaining of electrons. Oxidation means loss of electrons or removal of electrons. Reduction is nothing but the gaining of electrons or the addition of electrons. The term redox. In this, we have the two terms. One is reduction and the oxidation. Red stands for reduction and ox stands for oxidation. Redox stands for reduction oxidation. It refers to electrochemical process involving electron transfer or form a molecule or ion changing its oxidation state. Yes. So either in the oxidation and reduction, what is happening here? Either the electrons are losing or electrons are gaining here. That means electrons are transferred here. Due to the transfer of electrons, the ions are forming and ions are changing its oxidation state. This reaction can occur through the application of an external voltage or through the release of chemical energy. So how the reactions are taking place here? When we connect the two electrodes with the help of electricity. When the two electrodes are connecting with the help of electricity, then only the reactions are starting place. Reduction means a reaction during which electrons are consumed. Consuming is nothing but using, adding. For example, let us take copper plus 2. This example I have taken in the previous class also. Here copper plus 2 is having 2 electron deficiency. So it is taking 2 electrons to convert copper. So here electrons are adding, electrons are consuming. So this is called the reduction reaction. But what is oxidation? Oxidation is nothing but electrons are released or electrons are losing. See here, the reverse reaction. Here copper is giving rise to copper plus 2 electrons. What is happening in this reaction? Copper is losing 2 electrons to produce copper plus 2. Yes. So this is oxidation and the reduction process. Oxidation means loss of electrons. Reduction means gaining of electrons. The atom or molecule which loses electrons is known as a reducing agent or reductant, and the substance which acts the electron is called the oxidizing agent. Whatever the substance which is losing electron, that process is called oxidation, but the agent is called the reducing agent. Whatever the substance which is gaining the electrons undergo reduction, and it is called the oxidizing agent. So that is reducing agent and the oxidizing agent. Whatever the substance undergo reduction, that is oxidizing agent. Whatever the substance undergo oxidation, that is reducing agent. Reduction, oxidizing agent, oxidation, reducing agent. Thus, the oxidizing agent is always being reduced in a reaction. The reducing agent is always being oxidized. The element with higher electronegativity accepts electron, thus acts as the oxidizing agent. So whatever the element is having high electronegativity, if the electronegativity is more, it is having the more attraction towards the electrons. So it is gaining the electrons. Gaining electron is nothing but reduction. So if any atom or element is having more electronegativity, it is having the tendency to gain the electrons. That means which is undergo reduction process. But whatever the substance is undergo reduction, that will be acting as an oxidizing agent. Example, fluorine. Fluorine is a strong oxidant here. It is oxidizing agent. So inorganic compounds such as butane, or ethanol, the loss of hydrogen implies oxidation of a molecule. So now let us see the main topic, the electrochemical cells. Now already I said now how the electrochemical cell is. Electrochemical cell is having a vessel which is having an electrolyte. In this electrolyte, dipping the two electrodes, namely anode and the cathode, and the two electrodes are connecting with the help of electrical contact, that is battery. And electrochemical cells are classifying into two types based on the conversion of energies. One is called electrolytic cell and another one is a galvanic cell. What is happening in electrolytic cell? In electrolytic cell, the cell is converts electrical energy to chemical energy, whereas in the galvanic cell, chemical energy converts to electrical energy. An electrochemical cell is a device capable of either generating electrical energy from chemical reactions or facilitating chemical reaction through the introduction of electrical energy. So in this we have both. See, electrical energy converts to chemical energy converts to electrical energy. An electrochemical cell consists of two half cells. Each half cell consists of an electrode and an electrolyte. I said now we have the two electrodes. Each electrode is considered as one half cell. Yesterday I explained what is mean by the half cell also, because the oxidation and reduction, these are not existing alone. These are always existing together. So the each electrode is considered as one half cell. So every cell is having the two half cells. One is oxidation half cell and another one is a reduction half cell. The chemical reactions in the cell may involve the electrolyte, the electrode, or an external substance. In a full electrochemical species, from one half cell lost electron to their electrode, while species for the other half cell gain the electron from their electrode. So what is happening here? At one electrode, electrons are losing, and another electrode, electrons are gaining. But wherever the electrons are losing, that electrode is undergo oxidation, and the electrode which is gaining the electrons is undergo reduction. That means at one electrode oxidation takes place, at another electrode reduction takes place. And we are using a salt bridge also to connect the two half cells. What is the use of salt bridge here? It is used to provide the electrical contact and to avoid the intermixing and for transfer of ions or electrons from one half cell to another half cell. A salt bridge is often employed to provide ionic contact between two half cells with different electrolytes and prevent the solution from mixing and causing unwanted side reactions. So due to having the salt bridge, there are no side reactions here. An alternative to a salt bridge is to allow direct contact between the two half cells. So directly dipping the two electrodes in the same electrolyte. But here the additional reactions may take place. So to avoid those, we are placing the salt bridge. Also, it allows the flow of negative or positive ions to maintain a steady state charge distribution between the oxidation and reduction vessels. Now, electrochemical cells. How many types of electrochemical cells we have? Two types. One is electrolytic and another one is the galvanic cell. Galvanic cell is also called as a voltaic cell. Electrolytic cells are those in which electrical energy from an external source causes non-spontaneous chemical reactions. That means here by passing electricity, chemical reactions are taking place in the electrolytic cell. But whereas in voltaic cells are those in which spontaneous chemical reactions produce electricity. That means chemical reactions are converts to electrical reaction. That means chemical energy converts to electrical energy. But both types of cells contain two electrodes connecting to an external circuit that provides an external connection between systems. So whatever the type of cell, whether it is electrolytic or electrochemical cell, that is galvanic cell, in both the cells we have the two electrodes. The two electrodes are connecting with the help of external contact. When circuit is closed, electron flow from the anode to cathode. Electrodes are connected by the electrolyte, which is an ionic substance or solution that allows ions to transfer between the electrodes, thereby maintaining the system electrical. So in electrolytic cell, non-spontaneous chemical reactions are forced to occur by the input of electrical energy. So in electrolytic cell, what is happening here? Chemical reactions are taking place. Chemical reactions are taking place by passing electricity. This process is called electrolysis. What is mean by electrolysis? The conversion of electrical energy to chemical energy. An electrolytic cell consists of two electrodes, an electrolyte and external power source. So what are the things are present in electrolytic cell? It is having two electrodes, one electrolyte and external power source. So this is the diagram for electrolytic cell. We have only one container in this, in electrolytic cell. These are the two electrodes, anode and cathode here. Anode and cathode. Anode is having positive charge, cathode is having the negative charge. Now the two electrodes are connecting with the help of battery. The migration of ions in the solution is an external electrical current. So here, when the two electrodes are connecting with the help of battery, this electrolyte starts decomposing. For example, let us assume we are taking sodium chloride here. NaCl is decomposing to produce Na plus and Cl minus. The Na plus ions are moving towards negative electrode. Cl minus ions are moving towards positive electrode. So like that, ions are distributing towards the electrodes. Anions are going towards anode. Cations are going towards the cathode. So like that, ions are moving from one electrode to another electrode. Electrodes are surfaces on which oxidation or reduction half reactions occurs. They may or may not participate in the reaction. Those that do not react are called inert electrodes. In some cases, the electrodes, that means these electrodes will not participate in the reaction. If the electrodes are not participating in the reaction, those electrodes are called the inert electrodes. Inert electrodes means the electrodes which are not participating in the reaction. But there is no compulsion that the electrode should participate in the reaction. So now when here Na plus ions are moving towards cathode, Cl minus moving towards anode, there the reactions are taking place here. So what is happening here? When Cl minus is going here, the Cl minus is having excess electron. It is losing electron. But when Na plus is moving towards here, Na plus is having the positive charge. Positive charge is nothing but electron deficiency. Electron deficiency means it will gain the electrons. So Na plus is gaining electron, Cl minus is losing the electrons. So Cl minus is undergo oxidation, Na plus is undergo a reduction. So like that, the reactions are taking place here. Now the external power source acts as an electrical pump. The electrical energy is used to do work on the electrons to cause an electron transfer. Electrons are pulled from the anode and pushed to the cathode by the battery or power supply. I said now the Cl minus is losing electrons, Na plus is gaining the electron. So one electrode is losing the electrons, another electrode gaining the electrons. Regardless of the kind of cell, electrolytic or voltaic, the electrodes are identified as follows. The cathode is defined as the electrode at which reduction occurs. The anode is the electrode at which oxidation occurs. So always at cathode reduction, anode oxidation. Just remember easily, anox red cat. Anode oxidation, reduction cathode. Anox red cat. So this already we have seen in the previous. This is the diagram which I explained now. See here, this is the electrolytic cell. These are the two electrodes and this is connecting to the battery. This is electrolyte. Electrolyte is NaCl. Here NaCl is decomposing to Na plus and Cl minus. So Na plus is moving to the negative. See here, Na plus is moving at the cathode and Cl minus is moving at anode. So what is happening here? The Cl minus is losing the electrons. Na plus is gaining the electron. Gaining the electron means reduction. Cathode reduction. Anode losing electrons, that means oxidation. By adding these two reactions, we will get the overall reaction. I said in the yesterday's class how to add the two reactions, adding the reactants, adding the products. So when you add the reactants and the products, we should not write the electrons in the overall reaction. So to balance the reaction, multiply this with 2. When you multiply with 2, 2Na plus, 2A minus, 2Na. So this 2E minus, this 2E minus will get cancelled with each other. 2 electron gets cancelled with each other. So now we can add the reactants 2Na plus plus 2Cl minus, giving rise to 2Na plus 2Cl2. This is the overall reaction. So at the microscopic level, how the electrons are transferred? See here, Na plus is moving here, Cl minus is moving here. So like that, the electrons and ions are transferred from one electrode to another electrode. So remaining about the galvanic cell that we will see in the next class. So in this session, we have seen what are the types of cells and what is happening in electrolytic cell. Yes, remaining we will see in the next class. Thank you so much.